Good morning. I have been watching quite a few Jane Austen movie adaptations. Are you surprised? Late summer is just the perfect time for Jane Austen. Really, there's no such thing as a non-perfect time for Jane Austen, but there's something about grassy green meadows and sunrises, vibrant sunrises, and women in long dresses, and men in... oh goodness, I don't know the terminology. Men in ridiculously formal outfits. And this morning, I felt like I was right smack in the middle of a Jane Austen novel, and my heart wanted to burst. And I know that I'm privileged to have such access to beautiful nature, and I am so grateful to repeatedly have mornings like this one. But I would just like to emphasize that I live in the suburbs of the city of Portland, not in some far-off country land. I am very much middle class, and this isn't to say that I wouldn't love to live somewhere wonderfully idyllic and be able to afford lots of fancy Austen dresses, but all I've done was made my way to a nearby park at sunrise and brought a blanket, a notebook, a book, an apple, and a slice of bread. Let me tell you, I felt like I was right smack dab in the middle of a Jane Austen novel. And my point in all of this is that you do not have to be extraordinary to live an extraordinary life. Or rather, your ordinary, our ordinary, is extraordinary. You do not have to live in the middle of nowhere. You do not have to have heaps of money or travel to far-off lands. You don't have to own really fancy cottagecore dresses, even though all of it sounds wonderful. No, whatever you're doing, however your life is right now, is enough. It is wonderfully, romantically enough. Cheers to that, friends. Okay, I am going to step off of my soapbox and get to the point of this video. I've just showed you a very ideal morning in my life, and next I'd like to show you a very ordinary morning in my life, which means I'm gonna show you a bit of behind the scenes of what it's like to film my morning, or just any video in general. It's quite ridiculous, if I'm honest, and there's just not gonna be any bells or whistles or fancy dresses or makeup. It is just going to be normal, because social media, or rather comparing ourselves to what we see on social media, robs us of our joy. This is something that I am continually struggling with, and that a lot of us are, and we're becoming more aware of it, which I think is really wonderful. But I just don't ever want to contribute to that. I don't ever want you to feel inadequate in any way after watching one of my videos or interacting with what I share. And as such, I am committed to showing you, the less glamorous side of things. Or rather, I'm going to continue to try my best to be more real. What I share is always real, it's always authentic and genuine, but it's also art. Whenever there's a camera between us, I am making decisions about what to show you. And I very intentionally try to find the most beautiful angles of my life and the parts of it that I share with you. But I think it's becoming increasingly important to show the less polished areas of life. So let's get ordinary, friends. Go ahead, if you have not already, make yourselves a heartwarming cup of tea, don your favorite Jane Austen-esque attire, or just grab your coziest of comfy blankets. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good morning, friends. Welcome to the behind the scenes of what it's like to film a morning. I wasn't sure exactly how to do this segment of this video. Originally, I wanted to do just natural audio. However, my camera lens makes this horrible scratching noise anytime it's focusing. And quite frankly, I think it would be torture to subject you guys to that sound for this whole entire clip. So I decided that a voiceover would be best. And what we're watching here is me having woken up at 4:45 a.m. just to get my tripod and camera settings right in time to film my phone going off at 5 a.m. Got the shot, on to the next one. Here we are again, another riveting behind the scenes, featuring my classy substitute for a tripod, a stack of dinner plates. This is where I set my camera to get angle 1 of what I just showed you. I am endlessly ruffling my bangs and pinching my cheeks to look fresh on camera. And now for the second angle. So now it's time to film the speaking portion. Monsieur Ryu was so kind as to stand in front of the camera for me. I'd hoped he would move, but alas, he didn't. After many tries and minor tweaks and adjustments, I finally got the right uninterrupted angle. Always when I'm filming myself for almost every speaking portion of my video, this is the process that I go through. Good morning. It is already 6:30 in the morning. I woke up at 4:45 to film my 5 a.m. alarm. It's taken me an hour and 45 minutes to film this 2, maybe 3 minutes of footage that I've put together for you guys. And that is just the reality of filming a video, though it did take me substantially longer to film this because I was working between 2 cameras, which was quite confusing for my early morning brain. But I do hope you've enjoyed seeing the reality behind my mornings and filming my mornings. Filming anything, it's really quite silly. It's a lot of sitting and waiting for things to happen, and then also running back and forth between the camera, adjusting the camera, and so on and so forth. It's super ridiculous. I laugh a lot at myself, especially when I consider that there are people watching this. Really, truly, when I try to fathom the amount of people that watch my videos and the amount of people that care about my mornings and my days, I always end up crying when I really sit and think about it. And then it's also just wonderful nonsense, especially when considering how silly the act of filming my life is. I'm so happy that this exists. I know that this morning has still been quite beautiful. It will always be beautiful here in the mornings and when I'm filming, even when it's real. I'm highlighting beautiful moments in my life. Like, there's something so beautiful about a steaming cup of tea in the pre-dawn hour when everything's still dark and quiet, where the birds are just starting to chirp. That is so beautiful, and I can't help but share it. I'm not sure how I'll edit this segment, but I hope it's been funny, and I hope it's been enjoyable, and I hope that it's been relatable. Yes, I do. I live in a city, and there's quite a lot of noise between airplanes and cars and pedestrians. I do still live in Portland. I hope most of all that it's helped your ordinary feel more extraordinary. I'm going to continue to film the rest of my morning in this style and give you guys more of a behind the scenes look at the reality of my day to day. And yeah, it's going to be unglamorous, unfantastical or romanticized, but still wonderful. So let's get to it, friends. Cheers! I was going to sit there. Oh. You just really want to be on camera this morning, don't you? Goodness. I'm gonna adjust the lighting. Look at you! You're so cute! Okay, back to normal lighting. Okay, so Rue is cozy in the window seat, which is where I wanted to journal and read. But because he's there, I'm gonna go ahead and sit over here and read. And I bet you, the second I get comfy sitting over there reading, he will get up and out of this window chair.